Hey guys, welcome back. Today is snowblower time here in my part of the country. We're getting a lot of snow. It is just blowing snow out there. We just got over a foot here in the last 24 hours. In today's video, I want to talk about what to expect and not expect when you bring in your machine for a service at a shop. This will include all the shops, whether they're professionally run or not. So first of all, I'll get into what you can expect from a service when you bring your equipment to a shop. Now, you might bring your equipment to a shop and there's nothing wrong with it, or you may bring it in with some issues. The same principle will apply right across the board. Okay, number one, you can expect some warranty on some parts, not all the parts. I'll get into that a bit later on in the video when I tell you what you should not expect. Okay, so some parts will have a 1-year warranty and other parts are, once you bought them, you're stuck with them and there's no warranty whatsoever. I'll mention some of those later. In a service, you can expect your equipment to be greased, the oil changed, spark plug replaced, looked over for other problems. So if you bring your snowblower in, you can ask the shop to look it over. For example, are the belts good? Is the drive ring good? Stuff that breaks down a lot, kind of like the tires and brakes on your car. And you can also expect to, if you have a question, that the shop or the mechanic will spend a few minutes to talk with you about your machine and not other problems on other machines you haven't brought into the shop. So you can expect the machine to be looked over, warranty on some of the parts, etc. It's pretty basic, guys. It's kind of like taking your car to the garage. So let me get into the area here where I will talk about what you should not expect when you bring in your equipment to a shop. And I'll focus a little more on snowblowers here today because it's been snowblower season here for quite a few months. But the same principle will apply to all other power equipment that you will take to a shop. So what you shouldn't expect is a warranty on the belts. Snowblowers go through a lot of belts, guys. The only way you could expect a warranty on the belt is if the mechanic made a mistake and a pulley or something came apart, and in that process, it wrecked your belt. So again, this would be totally the shop's fault. It wrecked your belt, or a manufacturer defect as well can do this. It may not be the shop's fault, guys. So be careful in playing the blame game when you get an issue, because you might make the shop upset and they may not answer your calls again, even if it was not their fault. It's better to examine the machine first and then decide or figure out what really happened. So don't expect warranty on the belts, as I mentioned. Do not expect warranty on an ignition module. Once you buy any electronic parts, guys, whether the shop put them in or you did it yourself, there's no warranty on those parts. There is no warranty on carburetors unless that a part on the carburetor physically breaks. So where you hook in your linkages, you know, a hose connector, throttle assembly broke off the carb, that will be warranty. But if you get a new carburetor put in your machine when you had it serviced, you take it home, you park it with pump gas, and it won't start in 3 months, that's not on the shop, guys. I'm just making that clear. Even the manufacturer will say that as well. What I do to prevent that when I service a machine here in the fall or even in the winter is I do a total fuel system flush, like totally empty. The machine leaves here with a can or two of true fuel in the gas tank. Then I know it kind of mitigates any problems that may occur when people call you in 6 months and they say, I went to use it and it won't start. So I don't put pump gas in the fuel tank of a machine when it leaves unless I'm really stuck. But it is the customer's responsibility to make sure there's good gas and to start that machine every month. You will not get any warranty on a carburetor that is plugged up in even 2 months, even if it was brand new and installed by a shop. Just keep that in mind, guys. The belts also, they're a huge thing because some people blow a belt on a snowblower in like 2 weeks or in one snowfall. Now, this part of the video here is really important because when you bring in a machine, into a shop to be serviced and you pick it up, you don't leave the shop with a warranty on the machine. You might leave the shop with a warranty on certain parts that were put on, but it's not a warranty on the entire machine. What I've been getting a lot are customers who come in my shop. I might replace a belt for the augers on a snowblower, and then they go to use the machine. It could be a month from now, and they'll say, I just had it in your shop, Don. It's doing the same thing again. Well, there's more than one reason why a snowblower will stop blowing snow. So the first issue, like I said, I've replaced the belt. Then they go home and the auger cable snaps. So a lot of people assume that that repair will be free. Well, it won't be free because they were never charged for an auger cable. So people have to remember that. When you buy a used car, you have the option to buy extended warranty. And there's a reason for that. If you take your car to a shop to get the brakes fixed, and the next day the shocks or the suspension has problems, that is not under warranty because you had your brakes done the week before. I just get so much of that. It is just unbelievable. And if you let people get away with it, your shop will be bankrupt in no time. So make sure you write down everything on their invoice or keep notes or do whatever you got to do to make sure you know what you've put on that person's machine, because believe me, you will end up being taken as well. And if you're a shop, guys, I'm going to flip this around as well. If you're a shop, you've put some parts that are under warranty and they fail, you should replace the parts for free, including labor. That's what I do. So one time I replaced a friction disc on a snowblower. All the rubber broke off the disc within like 2 weeks. I said to the guy, bring it back. I replaced the disc and everything for free, labor and everything. That's what a good shop should do. Now, if you take in your machine into a shop and they recommend you should replace certain parts, you should. Because if you don't, there's a high probability that that part will fail. And I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of this. Actually, the example I'm going to give you is more clear-cut than this. So a guy brought a snowblower here in October, and he was really cheap. He didn't want a full service. He didn't want me to look over the entire machine. He just wanted belts and something else. It was very basic because he was cheap. So I only did what he wanted, but in the process of fixing the machine, I had to start it. And it was a Briggs & Stratton 1350 or 1450 with those bad carburetors. It was not running right from the minute he dropped it off. So I called him right away and I asked him if he wanted the carburetor replaced because I don't have good luck cleaning those. They always leak after and they cause me problems. So I just replaced them with OEM carbs. I told him, look, the carburetor is very expensive here in Canada. It is close to $200 plus tax. So it's over $200 with tax. So I called him. I said, look, I've got one left in stock. They're now back ordered. The machine's here. Do you want me to fix it? So he said, no, I don't want it changed. I'll live with it. I'll run it on the choke. Okay. So I thought, okay, he didn't want that done, but I kept notes. Anyway, he calls me 2 months later and says, you know, I went to use the machine, Don, and it doesn't want to run right. I said, well, I didn't charge you for that. I didn't replace the carburetor, I didn't clean it, I didn't do anything. I just did your belts and a cable, I think it was. And I knew exactly what I had done to the machine. Anyway, he tried to say that it ran good when he brought it here, and when he picked it up, it didn't run good. Well, it didn't run good when he brought it here. So people are going to try to do that to you. And like I said, if you let them do this, you're going to end up being bankrupt. Your shop will not make any money. You'll be working for less than minimum wage, and at that point you might as well go flip burgers somewhere because you'll make more money doing that if you let people like that take advantage of you every day. And if you're one guy like me running a shop and there's not 2-3 guys around, people feel more brave to have shameful conduct like that because they wouldn't do that in a shop with 3-4 guys behind a counter because they would be too ashamed to do that, but they're not when they're one-on-one with you because there's nobody watching. Just keep that in mind, guys. Hold your ground, be honest with people, but just be careful you don't get taken. And again, it's the other way around. If you run a shop, use good parts. Don't use the cheap carburetors when you know they're not that good. Some are good, but they're not all good. I do use some aftermarket carburetors, but only in specific machines. The Briggs & Stratton 1350, 1450, I do not. I've had most machines come back in the past when I've used them. So basically, I'm going to sum this all up. What you can expect when you get your machine serviced is that it's been greased, everything's been looked at. Just think about it like you do with your car. And the service might include your oil, grease, you know, check it all over, check the cables, check the belts and everything like that. You can expect that, warranty on the parts, except for belts and electronic parts. The belts will be warranted if there was a manufacturer defect under warranty or the mechanic made a mistake and it ended up breaking the belt in the process. Besides that, it's pretty cut and dry. Do not go back to a shop and expect things fixed for free that you were never charged for in the beginning. And if you get your machine serviced and you pick it up and it runs good, I start everything in front of customers. Changing the spark plug and the oil will not make your machine run worse. So if you pick up your machine from a shop and 2 months later it doesn't run right and it ran when you picked it up, it has nothing to do with the shop, unless they did not tighten something up properly. But again, guys, if you have a problem, call the shop and let them look at it before the blame game starts. You'll get way further ahead with a good shop if you treat them respectfully. Just remember this, when you get pulled over by the cops for speeding, what's the best thing to do? Is to be respectful. Believe me, it will get you way further in life and when you go to shops or deal with the cops or whatever. Anyway, you can expect your machine to be looked over and make sure that they do a good job. That's about it, guys. It's not a warranty on the entire machine just because you got it serviced. Just remember that. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or if you think I forgot anything to say in the comments, I'd like to hear from customers, not specifically my customers. I know some are watching, but also if you do like me and you repair small engines, comment, and then your customers should comment as well below. I would just like to hear what you guys think about servicing your machines at a shop. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.